only mode.
Good morning, and thank you for arriving today on our webinar. This is Jim Guinan talking to you today about how to use annuities for IRAs. That's our webinar topic today, and appreciate your attendance. We are recording the webinar, so if you need to listen to it later or refer to it later, or for some reason you have to exit early, we understand that. Again, this is Jim Guinan, Annuity Sales Director here with Insurance Agency Marketing. And before we get into this this topic, I want to talk to you about some new things going on and some updates for you here at Insurance Agency Marketing. So I'll try to keep that as brief as I can. Again, if there's any questions that you have, general or specific, please type those in, excuse me, and I'll be glad to answer those. If there's some information we need to get out to you following the webinar, we will do so. So again, today we want to talk a little bit about what's new going on here. And we do like to promote our referred producer program and marketing reimbursement. Those are ongoing incentive programs for you. And so the referred producer program, as you can see, what we do is when you refer an agent to us, someone that may be in the life or annuity markets, for example, they contract with us, then we will send you a check for $50. And as they continue to write business, we give you, in essence, an override. You share in the override of the business that they send out, and it's not unlimited, or it is not limited, to one-time producer. So we do have several agents that are receiving incentives from us for several producers that are writing, and that's our way of saying thank you for helping us build our business and while you build your business. The marketing reimbursement as a way of helping you with your expenses. And I know in the last few weeks we've been receiving calls about lead programs and various business expenses, and what do we have for great lead programs? Well, it's hard to find a great lead program that's qualified, but what we do is we open that up. It's up to you to use a lead program if you'd like, or a mailer or what have you, but what we will do for you is we will help in the cost of those types of expenses. So for our tier one index companies, for example, we will give you, for every $100,000 of a premium, we'll put $200 in the marketing reimbursement. That can build for you. It does not have to be used at the end of the year. You can continue to build that. And then if you have a future lead program or any business expense, please submit those receipts and we'll send you a reimbursement for it. Our new producer bonus is our other third really good incentive program, and this is for your first 6 months of writing business with us at IAMS. We will reward you for that. It could be, for example, a 2-year producer website at the $100,000 level, or cash. We're glad to do either. So again, these are the levels that you can attain. So at the end of 6 months, look back, see what you've done, and that's what you will be rewarded. So again, our way of saying thank you for sending business to us. Again, this is for new producers only. Our back office support, I think, here at Insurance Agency Marketing is some of the best. Having come from another IMO here in Omaha that I've worked at for a number of years before coming here, I can tell you from my experience as a marketer, what we offer is very good here. So we do have a great follow-up team, new business team for life and annuity that helps you follow up on cases that you submit. Chris in our contracting, I think if you've worked with us, you'll know she does a great job. So we try to do the best we can, both in personnel and in service. The paperless contracting makes it easy to get appointed with a number of carriers. That's a time-saving tool. And of course, some of this also relates to our website, which we'll talk a little bit more about. But again, we try to help you the best we can. We do have a team of individuals that are dedicated to helping you with illustrations. And of course, all the marketers can assist you with that too. Our creative department has been very busy lately in helping producers like yourself with branding. If you have not done something like this before, you want to give us a call and talk with Josh or Tasia about ways to brand your business to make yourself a presence in the area that you work in. And also talk with them about a website. If you have a website, they'd be glad to review it, maybe update it for you. If you don't have one, I'd say definitely visit with them. If you have one, it might be a time to update the website. So again, you can see a number of the things that they can help you with, and they'll tell you a little bit more about what it would cost. Again, it's going to depend on what you're needing, so it's just not a black and white pricing solution. Okay, our website I alluded to has been recently updated again. It's www.iamsinc.com. That's IAMSINC.com. And on our website, you'll find a number of tools that can help you, including a term quote engine, which I think many of us, I really find it great to use if I need to give someone an idea about what insurance costs. Also, we do have our annuity grid in there, which has some of our top selling products, the best index or fixed rates out there by carrier, including income riders, and then a dedicated area just to multi-year rate fixed only. So again, what we keep at our desk as annuity marketers is on that website, and it is updated fairly often. Also, our webinar calendar is there. We have our current annuity news, and you can get forms through that website. So again, if you haven't been to our website, I would go there, create a login, and see what we have. Of course, we also have a resource library that has recently expanded with presentations, sample presentations, fact finders, and other tools too. All right, so IMS Wealth Management is our newest division here at Insurance Agency Marketing. And if you would like to know more about this, I'll just start out by saying I would visit with Charles Hiring Jr. Again, we have been working in this endeavor now for about a year and a half, and we have an RIA that is growing. And if you're interested in learning more about how that can work for you and your business, find out what's involved as far as getting licensed and what responsibilities are if this is a brand new, or if you are a securities licensed individual and would like to know what the opportunity is with IMS Wealth Management, I'm going to send out a poll question here, and if you would please respond yes or no, that's fine. If you'd like to get a little more information sent to you, or like a phone call to kind of discuss what's involved as far as an advisor, what your responsibilities are, what options there are for your clients, and what kind of fees are involved, Charles and his team would be glad to visit with you. So again, just answer yes to that question, and they will follow up with you very soon to let you know about the opportunity in that market. This is not a temporary, I will say this is not a temporary development or business for IMS just as long as the DOL is around. This is a permanent division of ours that we're dedicated to. So, all right, well, I appreciate your response to that. And moving on here, our Life and Annuity Academy. You've probably heard us talk about this before. This is a 2-day training. We just completed our last program for the year a couple weeks ago, and we had about 35 individuals at that training. It's again, what we're looking for as an IMO is producers that are writing fixed annuity or life business. So this is not a training for people that are new in the business, individuals that are new to the business. But I will say, if you're in the business, maybe you've been writing a lot of life insurance or health insurance in the past and kind of venturing into, it depends on whether you're writing business with us or not, I would say, as to whether you'd be invited. But if you're interested in growing your practice and would like to know more about advanced topics, also hear from some top producers that would be attending, and also some opportunities perhaps in seminar selling. That's not only what we're looking for, but they are there to talk with you about it. Please let us know. I will send out a question here. If you'd like to receive more information or have a discussion with one of your marketers here, if you don't, you can give me a call. We'll be glad to visit with you. After the webinar is over, we will send out some information about our academy. Now, next year has not been scheduled, so we don't know for sure when the next ones will be. My guess would be sometime in the springtime, like March. All right. Again, a 2-day training. It's an arrive on Wednesday afternoon, and the session starts Wednesday evening briefly, all day Thursday, and then half day Friday. So we don't try to take up too much of your week, but we do press a lot of information into a short time. And what we're doing is we're trying to help you grow that business through a partnership with IMES. And if you have an interest in that, we'll have the link that sent out to you, of course, and then you can register for the academy. We're always accepting registrations. We will follow up and talk with you and just confirm a few things about your business, and then start working on the academy for next spring. Again, we're looking for around 35 to 40 producers for each one of those academies. I do appreciate you taking time to answer that. Okay, moving on. We do have our marketing summit scheduled for next February. This is a 4-day, 3-night event. It's social and educational, and this, as you can see, it's in Scottsdale, Arizona. It's pretty nice destination, I will say, from the videos and the information that we've seen about boulders. And so again, this will be for those individuals, writing a fair amount of premium, annuity, and combination of all business here at IMES. It's an invite only. So presently we have probably going to be around, I don't know, 40 or 50, maybe more producers that will attend this. But as far as the next destination it'll start next year. This is the wrapping up of the end of this year. So again, something to look forward to as you're writing business with IMES. And we will continue to offer these programs for our top producers. Okay, so moving on, we want to talk more about IRAs and how annuities can be used for IRAs, not just for rollovers, but also for contributions. So, it's always IRA season here at Insurance Agency Marketing. It should always be IRA season for you in the field. It's not just January through April. It's year round. And when I started in the business a long time ago, I focused on IRA rollovers year round, and IRA contributions especially. A lot of individuals don't want to talk about IRAs until February, March, until they're putting their taxes together. But if you just focus on qualified rollovers, specifically IRA rollovers, you can make a good living at that with fixed annuities. So just kind of touching here on a couple things. Contribution limits, as you can see, for this year and for next year. Again, these are the maximums that you can contribute, is $5,500 for those individuals under 50 and $6,500 for those over 50. And that would be whether it's a traditional fixed annuity or traditional IRA, or a Roth IRA. Either one, it's the same. Again, we're talking about contribution limits, not for rollover. So this is only for those people that are adding into new IRAs. Again, $5,500 is the max if you're under 50, and then there's $1,000 catch-up, as they call it, for those people over 50, $6,500. Again, there's a difference between a traditional IRA. It may or may not be deductible on your taxes. Deductibility is dependent on income and whether you're contributing to a retirement plan. For those people who are not deductible, many of them consider a Roth IRA. Roth IRAs are for those individuals that are making more, that don't have the advantage of deductibility anymore. But you also want to be aware of that there are limits in income for Roth contributions. So for 2017, a single filer, if they make over 133,000, they can't contribute to a Roth. And if you're married filing jointly, it's 196. So they're quite high, but there are individuals on a higher income level that will not be able to contribute to a Roth. But again, either way, the most they can contribute is either 55 or 6,500, and then you want to be aware of, which would be a better way. Now, again, what I'm referring to, and that we refer to a lot, is a tax guide or a tax information sheet that's made available for you. As a producer, I used to carry these with me all the time because it has a lot of good information on it. But that's where you'll find the limits, the deductibility, and I won't go into it any further than that, but you do want to be aware of those. The Roth IRA, I think, is always a great route to go in many situations, simply because when the money is withdrawn, it's tax-free. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about, dig in here a little bit about annuity carriers that you can use for IRA contributions. Many, if not all of our companies, make it pretty easy to accept rollover monies. Many companies are still at $10,000 minimum premiums. Some have bumped that up to $25,000. What they're saying as a carrier to us is that they don't want to deal with the contribution market. So again, many companies will, with a reasonable amount, will take a rollover from a Roth or a traditional IRA. The trick is finding the companies that will take the lower contribution amounts. And so there's a few carriers here. You can see we've got Athene, Equitrust, Life of the Southwest, National Western, North American, Sagicor, Atlantic Coast, and Sentinel Life. Okay, and that's a pretty good group of companies that you want to think about for making contributions to an IRA. So I'll go into each one of those briefly here. Won't spend too much time. Athene is one of our top companies, if you probably already know, and a couple products that you might want to consider here. The Benefit 10, which is a annuity product they offer that offers a lot of rider options for clients, has a $10,000 minimum, both for qualified and non-qualified. Right? That product is a lot more designed for income rider and benefits, living benefits. The Ascent Accumulator series offers a lot of good strategies. It is a 5-7, I believe there's a 10-year surrender on the Accumulator series. And again, in some states, the minimum premium is $5,000. In other states, it's $10,000. So again, you always want to check either the rate book, check with one of us before you'd promote one of these products. Again, we want to be able to offer a good product for you and your clients with good strategies, good rates, and benefits, but we want to make sure we're showing the right minimums. Now, max rate for Athene, that's a fixed only product. Minimum premium on that is also 10,000. All right. So again, when we talk about 10,000 minimums, if that product works well, if we're in the beginning part of the new year, an individual could make the previous year's contribution and the new year contribution, which would add up to what, 11,000 if they were trying to max it out, or 13. So that's something to keep in mind. But if they're just making a contribution, again, that product's not going to work. So we'll make sure we point out ones that do have smaller minimums. Equitrust Market Booster is a indexed annuity available in quite a few states. 10,000 minimum, but on IRA money, it's 2,000. So this is an excellent IRA contribution product. It is a flex product. So if somebody wants to participate in indexing, doesn't have a lot of money for an IRA contribution, but wants better than just a fixed rate, this would be an excellent choice. So 2,000 minimum. Certainty Select is one of Equitrust's stronger fixed only contracts. It's single premium, does have a 10,000 minimum. Again, good for a rollover product. Life of the Southwest is one of the carriers that is very heavy in the 403B market. And why I bring that up is because they're more accommodating for smaller deposits. Two of their better selling offerings are the Secure Plus Platinum and the Secure Plus Paramount 5. Paramount 5 is a bonus product, has a bonus for, I believe it's five years on new contribution money. These are very easy contracts to get into. They're very simply designed, but since this carrier is already heavily in the 403B contribution market, they're very accommodating to qualified and non-qualified deposits both, with the minimums of $100, and there's no initial deposit required. So this is a carrier that we usually look to for those individuals that want the benefits of a fixed annuity. They don't want any risk, don't have a lot of money to start with, but want to contribute and accumulate. National Western has several offerings in their portfolio with reasonable minimums. Currently, the Ultra Future and Ultra Classic, one is a bonus. The Ultra Future is a bonus product, and the Ultra Classic is not. But they both have $2,000 minimum contributions on qualified business, so very easy to get into. Protector One is a traditional fixed product, also with a low minimum to get into. North American is a company I usually recommend a lot for smaller deposits. They have several products in their series of the Performance Choice. They have an 8 and 12. They actually have an 8 and 12, and then an 8 plus and 12 plus, and the plus products are those with bonuses. Very easy to get into on qualified business, 2,000 minimum. And the Guaranteed Choice is a fixed rate, guaranteed fixed rate product with multiple terms, also a $2,000 minimum. So North American, much like LSW, very easy to get into with contribution money, only $2,000 minimum to start in. Sagicor is a carrier we utilize a lot for life business, but they also do have several annuity products. The Sage Select is one indexed annuity that they offer with fairly competitive rates, $2,000 minimum to get into Sage Select. So again, if you're looking for ratings, all of these companies, Athene, North American, Sagicor, LSW, they're all A-rated companies. And again, they make it easy for us to find products for lower deposit minimums. Atlantic Coast is a new carrier to us here at IAMS, relatively new. They offer traditional fixed only, as well as now with the Safe Anchor, that's an indexed annuity. These products are $5,000 minimum. Safe Harbor and Safe Haven are multi-year rate fixed products, very competitively priced. Safe Anchor is a new offering. It's an index. Again, 5,000 minimum for IRA business. And lastly, we've got Sentinel Life. We worked with Sentinel for quite a while, and they have their personal choice product, a very competitive fixed rate annuity that they have offered for years. Depending on the state and the benefits and features, if you need a great fixed rate and you don't need liquidity, for example, this is a carrier to look at. Sentinel is rated B++, very strong. $2,500 minimum on the personal choice annuity. So again, very easy to get into. If your client just wants a safe product with guaranteed fixed rates, that would be the company to look at. So if we can provide you with any information, if I can get you any information about these carriers' products, let me know. Just let me know if there is any company. If you're working on a particular case right now and you need a home for it, maybe an IRA rollover, all of these products can work even if it's 50,000. But again, what we struggle to find, and I think that's why the webinar is really good for you to know, there's a home for this business to get them as a client. Or maybe they're good clients and they just got a small IRA or a 401k from a previous employer that they need to move over and they don't have a lot of money in there. But you want to be able to get it and make the sale for them. So if there's any information on any of these carriers or particular design products that you'd like to get from me, please answer yes to that poll question. We'd be glad to get some information out or answer any questions you have. I do appreciate your time today. And again, let me know what we can do to work with you on going forward on your IRA or non-qualified business. Either way, I do appreciate your time today, and we will be getting back with you very soon if there's something we need to. I appreciate your time and have a great day.